Well, thank you for joining us on another episode of Weather Docs. Today I'm going to talk about a very simple subject. It is the weather index. Now, let me take a side note for a minute. I just want to say these videos are for anyone who cares for human beings. It may be a physician, a surgeon. It may be a dentist. Let me get this straight with you. The weather index can be extremely dangerous in the wrong hands. But that's why we're going to go through this very carefully. Now, the weather index, WL, apology not accepted, WI. Now this is the weather index. And please do not use this unless you have specific training in it. This video is not enough. You've really got to come to the conference next May. We'll get into that later. Now this is the weather index as originally presented at the 1998 symposium that I presented. Wasn't received. Now I've had a lot of people really get up in harm's way about this. We're going to go over this slowly. Now ladies and gentlemen, whatever the complaint is of the patient, whether it's a torn ACL or streptococcus pharyngitis, you've really got to narrow down which system pertains to them. You know, there's been a big push in the last several years for pain scales. What is your pain scale? 0 to 10. But everyone neglects the weather index. What I do is I ask my patients, which one of these systems does your sore throat feel like? Is it a hurricane, a tornado, a flood, earthquake? Heck help you if it's that. A drought or partly sunny. And each one of these has a system. Hurricane's 11 points. Tornado's 10. Flood is 1. Earthquake is 0. A drought's 88. Be careful with that one. Partially sunny is always 1.5. Now after you've determined this, better said after they've determined it, don't take it upon yourself. You really cannot coach them. Point to this and ask them, what does your heart attack feel like? And if they can't speak, that's where you use the gravity test. Grab the hand, hold it over, let it go. There it goes, flood, or whatever it might be. So after they've determined their weather index, let's say it's a hurricane, this is going to come into play later as you're determining the cloud coefficient, which we will discuss in next week's tutorial. Now don't go using this all willy-nilly. So this is how we discover the weather index of the person sitting across from you in pain, having a mesial or lingual problem if you're a DDS. But the weather index can be like the bloodhound out on the trail, leading you to the right direction. This is Dr. Simon reminding you that blood is thicker than stone, and any storm in a port.
Question.